Welcome, language learners from all around the globe, to Listen Up, the podcast that takes you on a captivating voyage through the English language. Whether you've just started your journey or have been navigating the intricacies of English for some time, this podcast is designed to be your trusty compass, guiding you towards fluency and unlocking the wonders of English. I'm your host, Karen, a passionate traveller and an experienced teacher of English as a second language. Join me as we embark on an exciting expedition filled with British history read by a native speaker. Together, we'll conquer the challenges and celebrate the victories of learning English as a foreign language. Each episode of Listen Up will immerse you in a variety of topics, from aspects of British culture, history, and literature. We'll explore useful vocabulary that will empower you to communicate confidently in English. If you want to read along with the podcast, head to my website www.onepawinthesand.com/ESL. The link is in the description. But this podcast isn't just about learning English in isolation. It's about building a community of language learners, supporting one another, and fostering a love of the English language. I encourage you to engage with us through my Patreon page, where you can connect with fellow learners, ask questions, and share your own language journey. So, whether you're sipping tea in Tokyo, walking the streets in Sao Paulo, or studying in a bustling cafe in Berlin, Listen Up is here to accompany you on your quest for English fluency. Join me as we embark on this transformative expedition, where language becomes an adventure and your dreams of effective communication become a reality. Today's episode is called First Female Doctor. Over the years, there have been people who made big changes in the world. Elizabeth Garrett Anderson was one of those people. She was the first woman doctor in England, and she inspired many others. She worked really hard and didn't give up, and because of that, she helped women in England a lot. Elizabeth was born on June 9, 1836 in London. Her family liked education and wanted to make things better for people. Her dad, Newson Garrett, cared a lot about women's rights, and this influenced Elizabeth to care about important things too. But it wasn't easy for Elizabeth to become a doctor. In the 19th century, women were not allowed to go to medical school. She had to learn on her own. She worked as a nurse and studied with doctors privately to get the knowledge she needed. Then, on this day, 28th of September 1865, something big happened. Elizabeth Garrett Anderson became the first woman in England to qualify as a doctor. This was a huge deal because it showed that women could be doctors too. Her hard work opened the door for other women who wanted to be doctors. Elizabeth didn't stop there. She really cared about women's health. So in 1872, she started the New Hospital for Women in London. This was a special hospital where women could see female doctors. It was a big step forward in healthcare for women. Elizabeth's work didn't just help in medicine. It also inspired the suffrage movement in the UK. This movement fought for women to have the right to vote and be equal in society. In 1908, Elizabeth made history again by becoming the first female mayor in England. She showed that women could lead and make important decisions too. Elizabeth Garrett Anderson's life teaches us that if we work hard and believe in ourselves, we can change the world. She broke down barriers and helped women have better lives. Her legacy lives on in all the women who followed in her footsteps, becoming doctors and succeeding in fields where they were once not welcome. And that wraps up another episode of Listen Up. I hope you enjoyed learning about my topic today and practicing your English. Remember, the exploration doesn't have to end here. If you have any lingering questions or want to continue the conversation, I've got some great opportunities for you. First off, I offer private lessons for those of you eager to expand your knowledge further, whether it's practicing today's subject or exploring other topics. I'm here to guide you on your English journey. Reach out to me through my website or social media platforms, and let's embark on a personalised learning experience together. I have been involved with training people for more than 10 years. I've been teaching English as a second language for over a year, in which time I have taught over 500 students, many of whom are regulars. But wait, there's more! If you're a devoted fan of Listen Up and want to show your support, consider joining our Patreon community. Your contribution directly helps us bring you more episodes and maintain the quality of our show. Your support truly means the world to me, and we couldn't continue this podcast without you. So whether you choose private lessons or Patreon, or both, I look forward to staying connected and exploring the fascinating realms of English as a second language together. Thank you once again for joining us on Listen Up. Until next time, keep practicing.